Hello, everybody. This is Mystic Jen. I'm here with your daily focus. This is for November 8th, 2019. This is a general read. This may or may not resonate with you, so just keep that in mind, okay? I want to start out, I just want to make a quick announcement. Some of you know that I also read Lenormand cards, okay? I am actually going to have a course out. Sorry, I gotta change my camera view. I'm going to be putting out a course. It is read the Lenormand in 7 days, or read the Lenormand in 1 week. Okay? And basically, it is probably going to be done in a private Facebook group. And I am going to be working on all the videos and should have this done by December 1st. Okay? 1 week course, all the videos will be there. I will interact with you and everything else, but the course starts on December 1st. And if you're interested in learning this system, the course is $75. And all you need is either a Lenormand deck like this, or you could get an ordinary deck of playing cards, because as you can see, there's correspondences on there. You just pull these particular correspondence cards out of a regular deck of playing cards, and you can write the name in of the card, like that's the book, or the tower, etc. Or some people have gone and painted pictures or decoupaged a deck of playing cards and made their own deck. Just saying. That's a good way. That I might even give instructions on that as a bonus. Who knows? But that's what you will need. And then and a willingness to learn, $75. I am going to get that link up on my Facebook page very soon about payment and pre-registration. You could actually pre-register now. Just email me and we'll get your spot. Spots are limited, just so you know, because I'm only going to be able to interact with so many people, so spots are limited. Okay, now I said my spiel there. Let's go ahead and get into the reading. I ask, dear Lord, beings of the light, angels, archangels, my spirit guides, give me guidance as I go through this reading and show us what we need to know, what we need to focus on. Please. And these readings are timeless, so this could, if this doesn't resonate now, it could resonate later. Okay. It's too many cards. Give me a card, please. We have relationships. Relationships come in many forms. Whether it could be romantic relationships, business relationships, friendships, community relationships, relationships within a religious organization, friends, whatever. But relationships are just a mirror image of your own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. So every relationship, every interaction that we come across is a learning experience for us. Really, it is. Um, it even you interacting a, a relationship could be as long as 50 years, or it could be 5 minutes. You're interacting. You're at work and you're interacting with a client or customer. You have a business client customer relationship going on there, and you're interacting with them. They may say something or whatever that triggers something in your mind. Every interaction has the opportunity to be a learning experience and a chance for growth. Okay? And stand your ground. Standing your ground is an empowering confidence building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. So sometimes in relationships, also it's a learning experience. Sometimes we have to learn not to be the doormat. And this is what I'm feeling here. This is the kind of energy that I'm feeling here. Somebody is constantly being used, taken advantage of, and that's because that person allows that to happen. It's like somebody needs to learn how to say no. My lawnmower needs fixed. Can you fix it? Sure. Oh, by the way, my furnace is acting up, or my air conditioning is acting up. Can you take a look at that too? And I got a pipe leaking underneath my sink. This is what I'm talking about. You want to be helpful to people, but at the same time, you don't want to be taken advantage of. Okay? And that's human nature. There's people out there, they will take up your energy, they will take up your time, and you have to learn when to say no. I'm sorry, I can't. Okay? And that comes in many forms. Sometimes in the work environment. Can you do this for me? Can you file this for me? Oh, by the way, I forgot to put this into the computer. Can you do that also for me? It happens in all kinds of types of relationships where we are the doormat and someone's taking advantage of us, and we keep on saying yes, yes, sure, sure, because we want to be nice, we want to be cordial, we want to keep that peace per se. And I feel like that somebody is a peacemaker to the point where they can't say no, they're miserable, they want to say no, and now's the time to stand your ground and use your voice and say no. That is what I'm getting very strong here. Okay. A lot of us light workers, we're very guilty of this. We have a hard time saying no. Okay. What messages do we have, please? Oh, that's odd. Only one card. Feeling that card needs to stay out. I don't know why. It is the Emperor. Wow, this is about the Emperor's stern. The Emperor is about rules, regulations, and set structure. You know, keeping things in order and setting boundaries. It goes along with this theme about setting boundaries. And underneath we have the Ace of Swords. You know, this is a sword of truth. This is a sword of victory. This is a sword of communication. Somebody needs to speak their truth. Somebody needs to take control of the situation. They need to find their power, and someone needs to find their voice. You know, strength. The courage and strength to find your voice and stand up for yourself. Okay? Learn to say no. Knight of Swords. Okay? This could create a tower moment. You know, just saying. Somebody's probably not going to like it. He doesn't look very happy. He looks very disgusted. And I think it's going to catch somebody by surprise when you tell them no. It really is. Ten of Pentacles. This is probably within the family. Probably a family member. Could be a brother. Could be a cousin. A parent. A child. Someone that is constantly coming to you. Well, it could even be for money. Okay? You know, constantly broke, constantly needing help. You know, that's what I'm feeling here. Eight of Pentacles, a lot of work. Paying attention to detail, learning. Somebody needs to learn to speak their truth, come within their power. This is the hierarchy of the family. I'm feeling that this involves a father. I'm flat out going to say it. A father. A father who loves his children but needs to find that strength to learn how to speak his mind, and it's time to cut it off. Using the sword and cutting it off and saying, no more, I can't do this anymore. The bank is running dry. Okay? You know, the bank, I'm not the bank. That's what I'm hearing. I am not the bank. I am not your loan officer. He's definitely an older person, definitely a patriarch in the family, and it's like, no, like, I'm not the bank. I am not the plumber and the electrician and the car mechanic. You know, I can't do it all. It's like somebody keeps coming back. It's definitely needing to say no. Eight of Wands. Change needs to happen. And we have two eights here. 8 is change. This is something this is a situation that has to change. Somebody's draining your energy or draining this person's energy. If it's not a male, then this is a very prominent female in the family. But this is the Emperor. I'm feeling this is a male energy that is being taken advantage of. Now, the role can reverse. The female could be the one. This male could be the one somebody needs to get their strength and stand up to. Okay? A change needs to be made. It could go either way, but it is definitely about a male subject, whether he's the one taken advantage of or the one who's always crying for help. Okay? But I'm feeling more like because he's got the coin in his hand. He's got the coin in his hand, ready to hand it out, ready to give it to somebody. So it's like that coin could represent money or it could represent services. Running to the rescue. And we have the Ten of Cups. We have two tens here, which are completions, endings, finishes. Okay? I feel that this patriarch has been very soft. And if you're in the family and you know who this is, you might be somebody watching this video that this is your father, that maybe it angers you that other people, certain people in the family run to him and take advantage of him, and you don't think it's right. Somebody needs to stand up and say, no, stop going to this, stop going to him. You're wearing him down. Okay? I do feel like a very weariness and a tiredness. And there's a lot of things, and when I'm seeing the Eight of Swords or Eight of Wands here, I am feeling the high energy, always on the go. So somebody has this man always on the go. And he does this to keep peace in the family, to keep the peace and the harmony. This is a happy family, a very stable family. You know, he's very stable. He's found that this is a family legacy. I mean, he's built himself a little nest egg there. You know, I mean, there's people stand to have a nice inheritance here. But there's a time when you have to harden up a little bit. This man has definitely been taken advantage of. That's the energy I'm going with. Like I said, for a few of you, it might be the man who is coming to you or someone else, but there's very few that I feel very strong. This is the man who is the doormat. He's very smiling here, stern here. He needs to take on this more stern attitude. And this scenario could play out if, for some people who's watching this, and this sounds familiar, there definitely could be misunderstandings over this. You have to understand that he is getting wore out. He is trying to keep peace and harmony. But there's change on the horizon. Because it's about courage and strength and standing up to people. I don't read about health, but I'm going to flat out say this. He may not say as much because he's trying to keep peace and doesn't want to worry anybody, but his health could be declining. And somebody has to put a stop to this doormat behavior. Either stand up to the people who is taken advantage of, or stand up to him and tell him it's time he stands his ground. Six of Swords. It is going to cause stormy waters, but the stormy waters will clear and will calm down. Okay? I feel as though that this is already a situation unfolding that I'm feeling like there might already be some family disagreements and somebody not being happy about their father being taken advantage of. Seven of Pentacles. This has been going on way, way too long. Way too long. It's been deeply rooted. This man has been doing this for years. And there is definitely change coming. It has to change now. Because we're entering a new cycle. There's a 7-year cycle starting. Okay, I'm being told that there's a 7-year cycle starting. And what happens, and it's going to, this portal coming up, the energy's already being felt, brings great change. Whatever goes on with this portal could go on for the next 7 years. It's the energy, okay? And these two people are kind of looking at each other. I do get a sense of peace and calmness with the Seven of Pentacles. And this person's looking over here, it's time, wanting more peaceful times. I feel like that there's already family arguments maybe already started going on with this. And I think what's really going to settle it is when he takes his part and stands his ground. The High Priestess. There's definitely some things that are not being said. There's definitely some things under the surface that need to be brought out. High Priestess is hidden knowledge, universal knowledge. This man is definitely hiding something. And I'm just going to say, I do feel it has to do with health. But he's hiding something. He's hiding his emotions. He's hiding how he truly feels. Because he's trying to keep peace. And this has been going on for a very long time, for many years. And changes on the horizon. There are brighter days ahead. This is going along with this card. There's some storms right now, some health issues, and stuff like that. There's other things going on in the family. This man is carrying all the burden on his shoulders. If you are this man, it's time you take your spot as the patriarch and you say enough is enough and stand your ground. If you are a child of his or somehow related and you see someone else constantly taking advantage of him, either you urge him to stand his ground or you speak for him and say enough is enough. But it is going to end well. 9 of Wands, this is protection, divine protection, and Page of Pentacles. Okay, I am definitely feeling children. This is probably a child who keeps running to daddy for help. I see this child here. Yes, they're digging in the earth. Typically, this is about an offer or a learning experience, becoming grounded. Messages coming through on a practical matter. It could be paperwork. But intuitively, I'm looking at this here, and I'm thinking of somebody who's down and out, who has not. They're very immature. There is a child, and I feel like it's actually an adult child. An adult child who's very immature, who hasn't learned to grow up because daddy has always been there to bail them out. Man, oh man, this is definitely not a romantic reading. This is a family dynamic reading. This is something that you see so many times in so many families where you have a child. I'm using a child as an example. It could even be a grandchild. Okay, who is constantly going to the parent to bail them out of trouble. And like I said, I'm saying patriarch here because this is masculine energy. This is masculine. Doesn't mean that this is definitely a man. I keep referring to a man because I feel masculine energy. This could be a female who is head of the family as well. Keeps bailing her child out of trouble. But it's time to take control and put a stop to it. This child, it's clicking. There's other things clicking here. Stay with me. With this relationships, where his interactions gives you a chance to grow. Okay, and the soul to grow. This is something that this child is lacking. All this child is learning is not learning to grow, but learning to depend on someone else. When you start saying no, this child is going to have to learn to stand on their own 2 feet. They're not going to like it. Not at all. We have 2 pages here. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's a knight. Okay? This child, I feel like, is somebody who has a tendency to be on the wild side. Out of control at times. And somebody keeps handing out to keep peace in the family. Sometimes you got to stir that pot. You can't keep on being a doormat. You cannot keep being the bank. And keep handing out. This child is not going to grow up. Not going to mature if they're bailed out all the time. There's a limit. It's time to set those boundaries. Okay, this is the message that I have. That this is your focus, what you need to concentrate on, and I do thank you for watching.